welcome back to Robin Reviews. A few videos ago, I talked about one of my favorite TV shows of all time, which was Lost, and I showed you um, the Funko's ad for that, which I think of all of them. And now I'm going to go to another favorite show of all time, and this one has even less Funkos that were ever made, so I'm going to go one at a time. So today's about X-Files. I love the X-Files. I did as a kid. I even, not as much, but I did like some of the rebooted episodes. I even liked, I love the first movie. Second movie, less so, but still had its moments. And so I want to just show what I have as well as give some thoughts. Actually, today was a bit sad, so I'm going to start with the man, with Fox Mulder. Very sad thing happened today, because I don't know if you can see it, but I actually just noticed today that the window of Fox is broken, so that's sad. And actually, I wonder if this has always been there, because when I purchased these, I remember that they both had like the soft protectors on them. So by both, I mean Mulder and Scully. But the soft protectors are like taped shut, as if they, don't move them. And so I do wonder that. It is a clean break, though. Like, it doesn't come out at all. It honestly kind of looks like the shape like someone might have punched it. But anyway, that's a whole other frustration. So this is Fox Mulder. These are classic. They did a really, decent job. All they could really do with it. And you can see there on the back, that there are 4 that were made. So there's Fox Mulder, Dana Scully, the Cigarette Smoking Man, and Alien. Before I have 3 out of the 4. Before I show the other 2, though, one thing I would say is, I know this is probably a little more niche than other things would be, but I seriously would love if they were to expand this series at all. It's hard when you've got such iconic, leading characters. But I think even of like Walter Skinner is one example. And then I even think that they could easily do a line, and I think it would do quite well, but do a line of like Monster of the Week ones. I mean, even season 11, I think it was, there's like some freaky guy that kept seeing on a TV show, which had just a freaky Mr. Chuckleteeth. It's very familiar, that episode, to it, but it was very good. If you know what Mr. Chuckleteeth is for X-Files, you'll know why it would make a great Funko. If you don't, you could look it up. I think of episodes like Sanguinarium, where the doctor would perform certain murders just so he could stay young, and his face would come off. Or the doll from Chinga. We think of episodes like Squeeze or Badla, The Host, Humbug. Again, you have to be pretty into X-Files to know what some of the ones I just said. So, but if you are, you'll know that those will be some serious cool Funko. I don't think they'll ever do that. I don't think they'll ever make more, unless there's more episodes to come out or another movie that come out. They might, but even if they don't, I'm still happy. I'm a little confused. Why the Alien is picked. I think it would make more sense to do like a Skinner, or just have just the 3 of them. But you could also do some of his Mulder's different secret connections that he had. Really get information from that would be okay. But I'm happy with these ones. And again, if you know the character's outfit, that's what Mulder wears like 90% of the time, and so they did a really good job. His hair, his gun, I think even the way he holds it's a really good job. So that's Mulder. I'll put him back here. Next up, we'll go. I'll go to Scully next. Dana Scully. The one thing I absolutely love about the way they did these pairs is that Mulder holds the gun, but Scully has the flashlight. There's, if you haven't watched X-Files recently or regularly, you won't know this, but flashlights make almost as many appearances as guns in the show. And you kind of something you wait for every episode, just like you'd wait for almost every episode for Mulder to say what he thinks going on, like 11 minutes into the episode, Scully to shoot him down, and then 30 minutes later agree with him. that was a running joke my friend Chris and I had growing up, is you'd feel by 10 minutes in that Mulder's like, oh, I'm pretty sure it's a flesh-eating bacteria or something in the water or a sewer monster. He'd know. And then out of nowhere, half an hour later, just in time to seem like the hero, Scully would agree with him. But I guess as the eternal pessimist, you'd understand why she'd have that viewpoint. Another great job. I mean, the outfit is very, very similar to the coloring on Mulder, but that's how it was. You're going for kind of the trench coat look, the dark blue trench coat look with the flashlight, the hair color, everything. They did a great job, and luckily this Funko box is in great shape, and so I'm very happy about that. I mean, again, I'm not big, like, if it's something to keep forever, I'm not too picky about boxes. I do know if I really wanted to invest time in it, or I decided I was going to get out of the Funko game, I could pretty easily swap out the interior plastic window. But until then, there's not really a point in doing that. It presents fairly well. And one of the most well-known TV show villains, Cigarette Smoking Man. You can see, I don't know if you can see there is a bit of a ding on the corner on the window. He is holding a cigarette there in his right hand. Him as well, outfit, hair, everything is perfect. I mean, he's so well-known. He's in Bare Naked Ladies song in 1 week. Got to, and it's true, though. Like, what they say in the song is true. It got to the point where you would be hoping that the Cigarette Smoking Man is in this one. Just because such a great... I mean, I do think by the end it kind of took on a... like a will he ever die superhuman thing, and it's kind of like, well, he literally should have the lowest life expectancy because of all the cigarettes he's smoking all the time. But great character, acted really well, and the way that the X-Files handled his character was pretty ingenious, and I mean, it was so good because, like, you'd have points where, like, at the end of an episode, you could have him not even say anything, and you could have anything. You could have the combination or one of the sound or just the cigarette, and I don't know if they ever did this, but you could have it where an episode ended with, like, an empty field and all you see is a cigarette being lit like hundreds of feet away, or a cigarette being put out, or I think they did it once with, like, an ashtray where there's smoke coming out of it. They could do any number of things, and just even casual viewers, but people who are really invested, they know, oh man, the Cigarette Smoking Man is in this one. So those are the three of the Funko Pops. Now, I do have one other special thing. This, before I show it, I will say this. I got from two friends from Funko Canada Waffle House, Gabriel and Julia. This was years ago. I can't remember how it came up. I think said that they're fairly ugly. But expressed interest, and then they decided to be kind and give it to me. But I will warn you, these are fairly unattractive. Just one sec. So these are Mulder and Scully Wacky Wobblers. So Wacky Wobblers, that was one of the earlier attempts that Funko made to get into this game. They have one. They even have ones like Kramer and George's dad from Seinfeld. But these, I mean, the reason I say they're ugly is because if you look really close at their heads and their faces, I think Funko was going for like a realistic thing, but it turned out, in my opinion, quite creepy. That said, I love these. I always, anything special when people give it to me, but these I display just as proudly with anything else. They pretty much use, not the exact mold because the things are different, but the same outfits, same shoes, colors, the gun, the flashlight, everything. The biggest difference here, and it's actually like, and again, I think it looks try to do too realistic, which I kind of backfired. But I mean, the one benefit you get of these, rather than the Pops, is you do get more definition, because with the Funko Pops you don't have mouths. So in Scully's case, you get that red lipstick, which is classic Scully, and so that plays up a little more true to the character. But again, that backfired in my opinion a little bit, because it kind of ventures into the creepy territory. But these were an HMB exclusive. They're not worth very much, but they're worth a lot to me. So that's what I have for X-Files. I wouldn't say I wouldn't get the Alien if I saw it. It's just not high up on my list, because that's kind of the Alien we see, but Mulder never sees. So it's kind of like, I don't know. But I like doing these kind of videos, especially when it has like Funko lines for my favorite shows. I have more too, which I'll do. Some I've done before, like I've done The Office before. I might do one with Friends or The Simpsons. I don't have much for. I mean, I did the one with the Homers. I'm trying to think of some of the other shows. Seinfeld, I have some of, but again, not all of them, and so I think it's kind of hard just to do some. But we can definitely do some more, and sharing them. But if there's something you like, if there's a chain you like from a particular show, movie, genre, whatever, let me know in the comments. And then if anyone who's watching this, subscribers or people just happen to stumble upon here, would love reviews on particular lines. I don't even have to own them. I love to do some research, look them up, and I give my honest reviews. But other than that, I'll keep doing what I'm doing. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're able, and I'll see you next time.